Okay, hello. So I have a KB90 tap. I've disassembled it, removed it from the machine. You can see what's going on. This just threads off. That cover plate comes off. The tricky thing really on these is getting your head around how to remove this rear grub screw, which you can't see from the front and you naturally don't know is there. So turning this tap, you then have to undo the grub screw, which is inside, but you can't necessarily know where it's aligned to. So just to show you, it's operating like this, but on the front you can put the screwdriver through and you come out either nowhere, or you'll come face to face with a Phillips head screwdriver, screw, which is one of these. There's 4 of those, and they happen to line up with this hole, so you can undo those and jam the whole thing, which is annoying. You can't see, so you need to use a torch to find the little flat head grub screw from the front. When you do, which may take some time, you can undo the grub screw, which I've already loosened, so be careful, they can chew out, and then you're really quite stuck. You have to try and get it out from the back, from inside the machine. But once you do, you can then undo this from the front, like so. You can see this part from the front of the machine. You can pull this out. So there's a rod, 3 O-rings. Typically the replacement kit from Mazocco comes with 3. They don't have any in these 2 positions. I've heard of technicians putting them in. I just tend to fill them with grease. Looking at this, you can remove sometimes you need a bit of a pry bar to pull this out. Once you do, you'll see that there's 4 O-rings. 2 are the same, and then just 2 the same. Don't get them mixed up. When they're in the packet, they look really similar in size. There are 2 bigger ones and 2 slightly smaller ones. Obviously all of this that we're pulling apart would need descaling, but I'm not going to go into all the details of what you need to do. It's just a rough guide. Spring, tap seat, typical normal soft Viton seal used in E61 machines and many other types. You can get the Mazocco branded one if you wish. What comes in the kit? You should use the kit. Using in here, the kit also comes with this O-ring to replace. This, even though the outside tap body is distinctly Mazocco, the inside is a normal, common 1/4 antivac. So if you need that, you can always steal that same O-ring off most antivacs. Otherwise it's hard to get that particular O-ring. They come in silicon like this, which is red, but often they're green, which is Viton. Not much to see at the back. Just make sure when you do it up that's done up properly. You can replace this if you want with a, I think it's a 1/2, I'm not sure, sized PTFE bush. You don't have to, just make sure it's sealed. Then removing this, you see the spring, there's a small brass washer, and then there's the PTFE cup, which is in here. That usually all comes as a kit. The springs do lose tension over time. You could get away with not replacing them in many situations, but they'll come in the kit anyway, so you may as well replace them. One thing that's a bit odd is people think, oh, okay, we're just about done here, we can just put it back together, but you need to remove this off. Do the steam tip. When you remove this, there is a small, well, it's not really small, O-ring in here. It's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be a PTFE bush like so, PTFE O-ring really, and that fits in here. Now this one, I don't know if you can see how good this video is going to be, but that O-ring is completely disintegrated. I don't think that was original or genuine, but there's been an O-ring put in there it shouldn't have been. Other than that, you need, descale the components, make sure that they're all, the parts that are moving are smooth. All of this needs to be descaled, possibly polished, because it slides into this mechanism and can jam. Yeah, not much else really to it, but trickiest part, as I said, is getting this to make sure you undo that flat head grub screw first.